There could be long-term side effects. I don't know where to even begin with listing the risks.
Don't bother. I don't need to hear them. Plug me in, Doc.
You sure, Nick?
I appreciate this, Nick. You can thank me when we found your son.
He is dedicated to his job.
Whenever you're ready, Mr. Valentine, just sit down.
If I start cackling like an old grizzled mercenary, pull me out, okay?
Let's see here.
I can't get rid of my mouse for whatever reason.
Talking to me, Mr. Valentine? Any slight change in your cognitive function?
Hell yeah.
Grognak the Barbarian? Holotape game. Ooh, I gotta try that.
Any different?
There's a lot of flashes. Static. I can't make sense of any of it, Doc.
That's what I was afraid of. The mnemonic impressions are encoded. It appears the Institute has one last failsafe. There's a lock on the memories in the implant.
Is that good? A lock.
How do you lock memories?
The implant is encoding all the mnemonic activity in the hippocampus. Think of it like computer encryption. And we don't have the password.
Yeah, I didn't level up my hacking at all, so sorry about that.
Wouldn't be able to crack it. But what if we use two? We load both you and Mr. Valentine into the memory loungers. Run your cognitive functions in parallel. He'll act as a host, while your consciousness drives through whatever memories we can find.
What will happen?
Any idea what I'm gonna see in there?
I have no clue. But considering we only have a single piece of the medial temporal lobe and not the whole brain, I doubt it'll be cohesive.
Alright, let's do it.
Alright. Let's get started.
Just sit down over there and keep your fingers crossed.
See you on the other side.
Alright, here we go, Nick. What a fun Valentine's date this has turned out to be. Standing by.
Initiating brainwave migration between the transplant and the host. Mnemonic activity coming from the transplant. It's degenerated, but it's there. We're going to load you into the strongest memories we can find. They might not be stable. Just hold on.
Okay.
Can you hear me? Ah, good. The simulation appears to be working, although the memories are quite fragmentary. I'll try to step you through the intact memories and hope we find one that gives us some clue to the Institute's location.
Okay.
There.
This is like,
This is
reminds me of
earliest
the
intact
Skyrim
memory we can find.
Hermaeus Mora stuff.
Turn down the goddamn radio!
Remember, you are experiencing these memories as Kellogg. This may prove disorienting at first.
Dad was either drunk or not around. I guess he must have run with one of the raider gangs, but I never really knew what he did. Don't know why Mom was with him. Maybe at some point in his life he wasn't a complete asshole.
That's it? Okay, I guess we're getting some commentary.
Mom knew how it was. She wasn't soft, but she loved me in her way. And she protected me from Dad. That cost her more than a few beatings. I never knew what happened to her after I left. I didn't want to know. Not then.
What do you do now?
What a joke.
Alright, what do you have to say?
Tell me back then. What did I know about how the world worked?
Nothing, you're like 12.
Now she wanted me to kill him. I should
Just
have.
legs.
Instead, I ended up running away. I told myself I wanted to find somewhere out from under the thumb of the NCR.
Hope that's just my my settings of
Really?
the
I was running from the guilt of not protecting her from Dad. Yeah. Doesn't matter now, though.
What's it mean, Mom?
Nothing, Connie. People like to talk and hope someone else is going to keep them safe.
Teacher at school said the NCR would bring back the good old days. Like before the big war.
Don't you listen to that twaddle. I'm going to stop singing you if that's what they're teaching you.
I'm going out. Where the fuck did you put my boots?
Listen to me, Connie. You take this. You're old enough. You're the man of the family now.
What is he, 12?
It's your job to protect us.
Like
Your
10?
father's useless, but you won't turn out like him. You're a good boy. And all that
You a
other
good boy?
media, all useless talk. The only thing that will protect you in this world is that gun in your hands. You need to...
People always hoping for something better. They usually end up with something worse.
Oh my gosh, your eyes are still moving.
learn to use it if you're going to survive.
I will, Mom. I promise. I won't let you down.
You've always been my good boy.
Point that
This
somewhere
doesn't
else.
seem to be what we're looking for. There
Gee, you
appears
think?
to be another intact memory close to you in temporal sequence. There.
Okay, we're going from his childhood to... San Francisco.
San Francisco was my chance to start fresh. I was the hot shit, the gunslinger from the hub, rolling into town with the world at my feet. Everybody knew I was the one who shot Valdez. I could write my own ticket to any outfit in town. It all worked out pretty damn well. For a while.
Now, who's this baby?
It's gonna be fine. You'll see. Whatever made me think that a guy like me should have a daughter? No,
Let's keep
I
looking.
never deserved her.
I'll connect you to the next
Not
intact
for 1
memory.
second.
Wait, did I just mess that up?
But we don't know anybody.
I can just keep going if I want to.
Baby?
Come on, Sarah.
I can just speed run through this. Isn't this like important story stuff?
Nothing like that in the NCR these days.
No, I'm not saying this was a mistake. I'm just... Are you sure these guys know what they're doing? They seem kind of green.
Who's
I was
this?
the worst thing that ever happened to her. If she'd never met me, she'd have stayed in the hub, maybe hooked up with someone who didn't kill people for a living. Probably been happier than she was with
That's
me.
a little bit creepy.
Almost certainly lived longer. I know, but that's where I come in. Just wait. In a few years, I'll be running my own crew. As soon as I make the connections I need. The thing about happiness is,
Ah, crap, we disconnected
you
again.
only know you had it, and it's gone. I mean, you may think to yourself that you're happy, but
And now we're live again.
Believe it.
There we go.
focus on that petty bullshit or next job or whatever. It's only looking back, by comparison with what comes after, that you really understand. That's what happiness felt like. Then I can give you anything you want. And little Mary, too.
I never worried about you before. Must be my mama instincts kicking in. Who knew I had those, huh?
Come on, you're great with her. And you don't need to worry about me. Most of it's just running security for the she. A lot of standing around looking tough.
No, they sure picked the right person for that job.
Listen, it's gonna be great here. See this? This is what's gonna keep you and Mary safe.
Hey, that's my gun now.
Promise.
I know, Connie. I'm sure we're gonna be really happy here.
We are. You'll see. That's okay. I got it.
Don't touch the baby. Yeah, I guess you can just like speed run through this if you really wanted to.
How did you think this was gonna end, Kellogg?
Oh, that's a nice gun.
You thought you could just fuck with us, and we wouldn't fuck with you?
That's a really cool gun.
Just so you know, they died like dogs. And you weren't there
I found
to help
another
them.
memory to try. I'll connect you.
Alright, next memory. I think it's kind of weird how you can just run through this. I guess so people playing again can just don't have to sit through this every single time.
Mind if we sit down?
Suit yourself. I didn't care where I was going. Ended up mostly wandering east. Getting as far away from San Francisco as I could, maybe.
Do each of these have a different,
I
like,
don't
story?
remember much from that time. It all kind of blends together. It was almost always a bar, though. That's universal.
So, I hear you'll take care of people's problems.
There was always a job for someone like me. Didn't matter what it was. Didn't matter who I was supposed to kill. I got pretty good at it.
What's that?
There's always someone who wanted someone else dead.
Yeah, that's the way the world
Sometimes
works.
just roughed up, but dead was usually what they wanted. Sometimes they thought they could cheat me. That was usually only when I first arrived somewhere. Didn't matter to me. They just took it as part of the job.
He has the scar
A
now.
little extra thrown in for free. I always got paid in the end. One way or another. If you pay me.
Oh, we'll pay you. And, you'll do this all by yourself?
That's right.
We pay you when the job's done. Is that okay?
That's the way you want to do it. So who do you want dead?
Well, it's like this. There's his family. Lives down the creek a ways.
Well, we seem to be getting closer. Try this next one.
I want him to kill an entire family. Alright then. I guess he's just like a hired gun. Doesn't care.
Mr. Kellogg, I'm glad you decided to meet with me.
So, you're with the Institute.
And then he went completely
I wanted
bald.
to see for myself if you really existed.
We did.
First synths weren't all that impressive. I'm good, but I'm not that good. But the Institute could always make more, and kept making them better each time. They still give me the creeps, but you have to get used to them if you want to work with the Institute.
They didn't bother giving him new teeth.
As you can see.
First synths weren't all
Oh.
that impressive. You heard all sorts of rumors about the Institute. But I figured they were just a convenient boogeyman for anything bad that ever happened. They were real, all right. They didn't know anything about operating on the surface. Relied on their synths for everything. They had the resources I needed, and I had the expertise they needed. Turned into a permanent arrangement. Suited me just fine.
Man, I keep disconnecting.
It's come to my attention that you've been rather disruptive of our operations lately. This must stop.
I do what people pay me to do. If that's a problem for you, I can see only one way out.
And what's that, Mr. Kellogg?
If I'm working for you, there's no more problem. From what I hear, you can afford me.
I don't think you fully understand the situation you're in.
I think I finally ended up in the Commonwealth. I kinda ran out of road. Plus,
From San Francisco
I've come
to...
to terms with life.
Okay.
I wasn't gonna be stupid enough to get mixed up with caring about other people again. It was
So he just kind of
me
killed
against
his
the
way
world.
From the East Coast to the West
Well, had it
Coast.
coming.
Or East Coast, West Coast, East Coast.
Very well. B-748. Initiate. Impressive. We may have something to talk about after all.
Getting warmer. One of these has got to tell us something.
Yeah, I hope so.
We're running out of...
This isn't all just for naught.
Ah, there's one that looks mostly intact. Connecting now.
Manual override
Oh, hey, look.
initiated. Cryogenic stasis suspended.
All computers are still working. That's good. Checking through the logs. Hopefully it's all...
Just find it.
Pod C...
I never knew why we didn't just refreeze the rest of them.
Oh my
We
gosh.
had our orders. Guess the old man didn't want so many loose ends. Too bad he left alive the one person he shouldn't have.
Wow, they just like let them all starve?
I never knew why we didn't just... The eggheads never liked taking orders from a dirty, contaminated degenerate like me. But they needed me.
That's pretty messed up, though.
I made sure they knew it.
Well, there's me.
Then, I knew it was a mistake leaving him alive. I understood that kind of revenge. No one better. But I was cocky enough to assume I could handle some soft, pre-war vault dweller, even if he somehow got thawed out.
Sorry, I like to check out everything that the game has to offer.
Coming to them too. If he could take me out, they won't be able to hide from him for long.
Alright. What do you have to say?
I was now the Institute's main operator in the Commonwealth. If they needed something done, they came to me. It wasn't usual for anybody from the Institute to come along on a mission, so this one stood out. I didn't know then who it was we were grabbing from the vault. Of course, neither did they. Not really.
What's going on here? Oh, great. Come on, don't do this. Oh boy. Let's hope it's just loading. Okay, there we go. Whew. That was scary.
This is the one. Here.
Open it.
I forgot I had a pompadour. Come on. I guess it's just too much, like, scripted stuff that is trying to load right now. That my computer's just crapping out. I mean, I've been running it for a while, so.
Are we okay?
Almost. Everything's going to be fine.
Come here. Come here, baby.
No, no. I've got him.
Let the boy go. I'm only going to tell you once.
I'm not giving you Sean.
God damn it. Get the kid out of here and let's go. At least we still have a backup.
Cryogenic sequence reinitialized.
I'm glad I didn't have to kill the kid. I'm not saying I haven't done it, but, I never like to.
That's cold.
Yeah,
Look at him, he's smiling.
I guess it did remind me of, her. Yeah, I'm a cold-hearted bastard for sure, but, still human. Better this way, though.
Why is
Better
our
than
baby
taking a
black?
kid and leaving her alive. What's the holdup?
I'm almost finished, Kellogg. I just need to confirm. Come on. All right, we're good.
I'm, I'm sorry you had to go through that again. I found another intact memory. Whenever you're ready.
Yeah, let's do this. Is this his house? Looks like his house.
Is that?
Hey, it's Sean!
Idea to settle down with the kid in the middle of Diamond City.
Oh, great. Now they're overlapping.
I thought it was a terrible idea, actually. But it was one of the old man's pet projects, so here we were. Me and the kid. Like a happy little family. I ended up kind of liking it. A reminder of what my life might have been if things had turned out differently. But there's
At least they gave him
back.
stuff to read.
I knew it was just temporary. It'd be back to normal business before too long.
Is there anything else to interact with?
His whole setup in Diamond City was part of some elaborate plan of the old man's. Seems obvious now that we were bait for our friend from the vault. Timing couldn't have been an accident. It's not how the old man works. I wonder if he outsmarted me in the end. Another loose end tied up.
Kellogg.
It's okay. One of these days you're gonna get your head blown off just barging in here like that.
Of course, sir.
The new breed of synths could easily pass as human. Some of them did. But the coursers, they weren't built to blend in.
Well, they blend in pretty well.
Machines, pure and simple. Smarter, stronger, and faster than almost any real human. I'm just glad they were always on my side.
Minimizing my exposure to civilians is a priority.
Forget I said anything. So what's the big crisis this time?
New orders for you. One of our scientists has left the Institute.
Left? As in?
He's gone rogue. Name's Dr. Brian Virgil. We know he's hiding somewhere in the glowing sea. Here's his file.
Wow. Some heads are gonna roll for this. Capture and return, or just elimination?
Elimination. He was working on a highly classified program.
No kidding. One of the top bioscience boys? Damn. So...
Why'd you go rogue, though?
I guess you're taking the kid back with you.
Affirmative. Your only mission is to locate and eliminate Virgil.
You're taking me home to my father?
Yes. Stand next to me and hold still.
Excuse me, your father? Looks like give him like good clothes and everything. He's wearing rags.
X688. Ready to relay with Sean.
Bye, Mr. Kellogg. I hope I see you again soon.
Oh, what?
Bye.
Teleportation. Now it all makes sense. Nobody's found the entrance to the Institute because there is no entrance. Let me pull you out of there.
Then how'd they get in there?
As you're ready.
Oh, that's cool.
Slow movements, okay?
Hopefully the music is not copyrighted.
Side effects the procedure might have had. No one's ever done this before.
Well, it worked pretty well for the first time going.
Am I okay? Are you seeing anything bad?
Don't be alarmed, but I honestly don't know what to look for. As I said before, this is uncharted territory, but your neural and physiological readings have returned to normal. From a medical standpoint, you're fine. Are you ready to talk about what happened in there?
Sure.
I saw Kellogg's life. The man who ruined my family. The man I killed.
That's right. He was a human being just like the rest of us. And he had reasons for being what he was, however cruel. How does that make you feel?
What are you, a psychiatrist now?
Does it really matter how I feel, Doctor?
Yes. You can't tell me that bearing witness to that man's life didn't affect you. We're getting off track. The important thing is that we discovered the Institute's greatest...
I mean, he's dead, either way.
The only question is, what do we do now?
Virgil.
That scientist Kellogg was supposed to track down. Virgil. We need to find him.
You're right. A rogue Institute scientist could answer all kinds of questions. Where did the memory say he was? The glowing sea? That doesn't make sense. No one goes there. Not even if they were desperate.
No one goes there. Why not?
Why? What makes the glowing sea so dangerous?
The name says it all. Radiation. So much that nothing there could possibly live. Nothing pleasant. Navigating radioactive hazards is nothing new. But the glowing sea can kill a man in seconds. That's why it doesn't make sense. Virgil fleeing into that hell. The exposure alone.
Well, no one goes there, then...
To make the Institute think twice about following him.
That must be it. He's using the radiation in the glowing sea like a shield, or a cloak. A way to throw them off and be at an advantage. If Virgil found a way to survive there, you'll have to do the same. If you're going to follow him.
I guess
I'll
find a way
to get through the rats. Don't worry.
Good luck. And be safe. By the way, I unplugged Mr. Valentine first. Removed the implant while you were waking up. He's waiting for you upstairs.
Sounds good. But yeah, for the first time it's ever been done in history, it worked pretty well, I gotta say.
The memory den's not accepting new clients right now, sweetheart.
Oh, of course.
Nick.
Hope you got what you were looking for inside my head. That was right. I should have killed you when you were on ice.
Kellogg? Is that you?
What? What are you talking about?
You sounded like Kellogg just then.
Did I?
That's probably not good.
Mari said there might be some mnemonic impressions left over. Anyway, I feel fine, so let's get going.
I mean, how much of the brain needs to survive? I had it in my pocket for like 3 days.
Let's get going, Nick.
Been one heck of a ride so far. Let's see where it takes us next.
And didn't I have some other quests? Yes, I did.
You got the memory pod loaded up? Oh, you're not Irma.
No, I'm not Irma.
Excuse me.
Good neighbor's crazy. Thefts, murders, worse. Sometimes you just gotta escape a little to make it through the day.
Escape.
Escape? What do you mean?
Reliving old memories. Like Thanksgiving, 2071. Mom made a 12-pound turkey. And then we all listened to the Silver Shroud versus Captain Cosmos.
Who eats 12 pounds of turkey?
Even Pa was there. You ever listen to the Silver Shroud? That's what we need. No matter how bleak things got, he saved the day.
Yeah, sounds familiar.
Sounds familiar.
You'd remember him if you heard his show. They're the best detective shows in the whole world.
Don't say that on Nick.
The Shroud was real, with his black trench coat and gleaming silver submachine gun. I got a plan to bring him to life, so we can fight bad guys and give the rest of us a symbol of something better.
Good for you.
Good on you for trying to make the world better.
Yeah, most folks refuse to be bothered.
I just have to do something, you know? I've built my own custom machine gun. even better than the one in the show. But to make this work, I still need the most important piece. The genuine Silver Shroud costume herself. And they actually
Couldn't
got one
just
here in
get a
Boston.
black trench
We
coat?
made it for the TV show. Will you help?
I might do it, if you make it worth my while.
When you're done, I got a reward all squared away. Will you just help me out?
Yeah.
I'll get the costume for you.
You're gonna do this? For real? Before the bombs fell, they were filming the Silver Shroud pilot over at Hubris Comics. So that's where
Wait, the pilot?
You're the best.
Oh, right, because it was a radio show. Wait.
I don't sleep.
Yeah, it was a radio show.
Like that.
And then they were gonna make it into a TV show, but... Hey, were you saying something, Nick?
Heads up.
There's something bothering you?
Your thoughts?
You see a lot of folks at their worst in my line of work. Hard to not let it get to you sometimes.
That's all for now.
All right.
Yeah, that's about all I needed. Why the heck does my mouse keep going in the center of the screen? It should be in the window, so I don't know why. Here, one sec. Alright, well, there's that.
Now I know you all are doing your own thing, but I don't want anyone here to forget what matters. Hey, Daisy, glad you can make it. How's my favorite girl doing? Didn't I see you on a date with Borowski the other day?
He wishes.
All right, we're getting off track. What was I saying? Oh, that's right, what matters. We freaks gotta stick together. And the best way to stick together is to keep an eye out for what drives us apart. You feel me?
Yeah, you tell it like it is, Hancock.
Now, what out there in our big, friendly Commonwealth would want to drive us apart? What kind of twisted, unneighborly boogeyman would want to hurt our peaceful community?
Peaceful.
Institute in their sins.
That's right. Who said that? Coming up to my office later. You've earned yourself some jet. The Institute.
Some jet?
They're the
He gives out drugs?
Not the Raiders. Not the super mutants. Not even those tools over in Diamond City.
I don't know, Hancock. I'd sure love to give McDonough a kick in the ass.
Hey, we all know I got my own personal beef with that lardhead. But stay focused. Now,
They're the same person.
everyone to keep the Institute in mind. When someone starts acting funny. When people are doing things they don't normally do. When family starts pushing you away for no reason. We all know who's behind that kind of shit. And the only way to stop it is to stick together. They can't control us if we're not afraid. Now, who's scared of the Institute? Not us! At which time
I'm kind of scared.
well should the Institute not fuck with?
Good neighbor.
And who's in charge of good neighbor?
Of the people, for the people.
Nah, I'm good.
Whoever this Brotherhood of Steel is, I'm not buying that we come in peace malarkey.
Yeah, kind of showing off a lot of force is not a good way to show peace. This guy's still here.